it's Jenny from Homestead Corner, and today we're going to talk a little bit about prepping for dental emergencies. So today's video was inspired by one of my subscribers, Donna. She sent me a beautiful handwritten letter. She is just so sweet. And she mentioned that a lot of preppers and people are not talking about dental emergencies and being prepared for that. And I have looked around online and I'm really not seeing a lot about it myself. And we do prepare for that. And she had some great ideas for the Oragel cream, which is to relieve pain, and it's only a couple of dollars at Walmart. And she also mentioned about repair kits for fixing dentures and things like that. So, and I think those are two excellent things to have in your preps. If you have dentures, you definitely want to be prepared if anything goes awry with them. So there are lots of times when we cannot get to the dentist right away. Sometimes we're not near a dentist. Accidents happen all over the place and all different times. The most important thing that we can do is to make sure that we are constantly taking care of our teeth, because tooth problems, infections, anything like that can really wreak havoc on your health. It is extremely dangerous. Because it's in your head, it can easily spread. So that's something that we really should be looking at, all of us. And with the times the way they are, with so many people out of work, a lot of people have lost their dental insurance and they can't go to the dentist. And I would say, right now, if you still have dental insurance and you haven't been in the last couple months, I would try to get in and make sure you can get there before we can't get there. You know, we want to make sure we're taking care of our teeth the best that we can. And just keeping up on that and keeping plenty of supplies for keeping our oral hygiene up is super important. You know, everybody's got this stuff hopefully in their preps, in their pantry: toothpaste, tons of toothbrushes, floss. If you use any rinses or anything like that, tons of it. Keeping it on hand is going to be so helpful. And just the more we can keep up with our teeth, the better. So there are other things that we can get to add to our supplies for those emergencies, because accidents do happen. And you know, teeth get knocked out, teeth break, you bite on something a little too hard, you might crack a tooth, could lose a crown, lose a filling, anything like that. There are little kits that you can get and keep in your preps for those emergencies. And a couple of things, I brought them out here to show you that we keep in our supplies. And one of them is a temporary repair kit. This is just by Dentex. And I'll put links to these products down below for the stuff I can find online. But look for this stuff at your local Dollar Tree and Walmart first, because you probably can get it a little cheaper locally. But if you can't find it locally, this stuff is online too. This is great to cover up a filling that falls out, or a crown or something like that, and just to close that hole up until you can get to a dentist. It is temporary. You're not really going to find anything permanent, a permanent solution for this, but this is temporary, but it'll get you there. It'll last a couple weeks until you can get to a dentist or figure out how you're going to take care of this for the long term. And then another thing that I think is great to have on hand is you can get these little kits for cleaning your teeth, so you can get in there and clean them really well. There are mirrors, all that stuff. Just like, they're not professional dental tools, but they are going to work, you know, and they're going to help you. If you crack a tooth and have a piece of food stuck in there, you want to get that out so it doesn't cause infection, and then you want to get it covered up. so nothing else can get in there, or when you lose a filling or something. Those things are super important to make sure that, you know, if we're getting food in there, we're gonna cause an infection, and then it's a whole nother ball of craziness you're gonna have to deal with. There are a few medicated things that you can buy. Like I found this at Walmart recently, and it is just a medicated tooth pain. And so when you put it on there, it does have some medicine and it helps with the pain. I have also found that Advil works pretty good for tooth pain. It helps just take that throbbing down and the inflammation and things like that. So Advil is a good one to keep around, or if you take Tylenol or whatever. I personally like the Advil because it helps with the inflammation and stuff. So I do keep that. And then these little Plackers sells these teeny little picks, and these ends have little bristles on them. They are super soft and flexible, so you can get in and really, you know, if you got something stuck in there, you can get it out. And because any kind of opening in your tooth, if it's cracked or chipped or something like that, you do not want food stuck in there. You want to make sure you keep that as cleaned out as possible. And a couple more things that I do keep that we have used for toothaches and things like that. I had a cracked tooth, I had to have it fixed, but it took almost a week to get into the dentist, and that is very painful. And between the Advil and clove oil is instant. I cannot say enough about clove oil and tooth pain. We use a lot of essential oils, so we have quite a large selection in the house, but clove oil for tooth pain is definitely the bomb. I love it. And but I just put a drop on a Q-tip, and then you can put the Q-tip right on wherever the problem is, and it really helps with the pain. It doesn't last a long time, so you have to keep reapplying it, but it also kills the germs and stuff around it, so it really works great. That's one that we love. And another one, if you have an infection, if it gets to an infection, we have found that like a thieves oil, this is germ fighter, but it's pretty close to the same thing as thieves oil. It works exactly the same. Coupled with copaiba essential oil is another one, and together the copaiba enhances the effects of the other oils, so I really like to add that with it, and it will help with an infection to keep it at bay until you can get some help or get some good antibiotics. But I think essential oils, these three are for teeth. I would not go without these three oils. Absolutely. I think they are so important. And there are tons of kits that you can find online similar to these things with the little filling stuff and the dental tools and things like that. There are tons of kits online, and I will link a few of the kits that I found that I think would be wonderful to have on hand. We buy a lot of our stuff individually when we find it. Sometimes if we find really nice kits, we'll get something like that. It just depends on the deal and what we can do at the moment, because, you know, when you live on a budget, you can only do what you can do. You've only got so much, and you don't have to spend a ton of money on this, but it's so important to be prepared, because dental emergencies can just really go crazy really fast, and you want to be prepared. So if you can't get into the dentist, or, you know, we don't know how it's going to be here in another year with all the changes going on. It may be months or years before you get to the dentist. I mean, who really knows what's going to happen? So just having a few things on hand can really help save you and keep you from all that pain and, you know, infections and things like that until you can get to someone that can fix it. And if you have anything that you keep on hand, any for dental emergencies, please put them in the links down below. Let's help each other. There is lots of things that we can do for this and be prepared for this situation. There are tons of different things to get. And if you have one that you really think is wonderful, please share. We can all help each other and be prepared for these emergencies. And that's it for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.